All right, traders. So good morning, JTrader over here. So glad to have you always in our community. We're gonna start in a few minutes. So today was a pretty good day, and we're gonna cover what? Small caps, big caps, also some futures. Okay. So thank you for being over here. Good morning, Tom, Greg. I see some early birds over here. So let's start in a few seconds, traders. All right, so again, I'm going to share this morning how we use the order flow to trade. Over here I have Mahavir. Almost every other day we have a trader over here at the Academy in Italy. We also are going to be in the States between April and May for two major seminars. They will be live. Believe that one will be in New York, one will be in Denver. First of all, we have always to read the disclaimer, so read the disclaimer if you didn't do it already. It takes really a few moments. It's important. Just let me grab it over here. So all Bookmap materials, information, presentation are for education purpose only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendation. Trading future equities and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss. It is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. So, okay, let's start over here. First of all, we'd like to know what stocks did you trade, what tickers did you trade this morning? And then I'm gonna cover with you what I'm looking. Start with Tesla. If you see setups, tell me. So I see some trade over here this morning trading Tesla, RCKT, Gapper, Amazon, Meta. Some traders traded small caps. Let's see also here on YouTube. Greg, Tesla, Neem, Tesla, Meta. Okay. HOTH. All right, so let's review a few things together, okay? First of all, I'm going to start covering some of the nicest, I would say, stocks that I saw today. This was HOTH. Practically is one of the stocks that we trade. One of the setups that we trade in the small cap room that I call Gap and Crap. So if you want to learn the full setup, the full scenario, really invite you to join our community. This is a small cap, has history of failure, 67% time on day one. So it means that 67% of the times will have history of unwinding. I check the stats every single day. I saw some traders ask me. I use over here Edge to Trade. You can find also a discount coupon, JTrader 15, all capital. So the first thing I do every single morning, I go to check over here the stock. I had a scanner. We had HOTH coming up. I had a 3 million float, a low institutional. And you can see over here, 4 times this closed red on day one. What does it mean? We have a history of failure. And then I can go check back over here what happened that day. We had an extension, simply faded. We had a pump and dump. It ran to day 2 or whatsoever. Once I do this, I start looking for potential plays. Over here we have Thomas. He's from Swiss. So perfect plan this morning. We gave a few minutes before the open the level 332 short. So let me get the timestamps, otherwise words are in vain, right? So over here, there we are. This is 9:25 New York time. We were already in stream share, and I was explaining where to look for a short. We said let's look for 330 for a gap and crab short. 330 came, and we had a push. And look at that zone that I marked over here, okay? Just look at that zone and start looking when. I'm gonna share this. There we go. Start looking when we have sellers jumping in. When I say sellers jumping in, it means that we have actually sellers, okay? They are joining over here. So we have buyers on the way up, sellers on the way down. You can see the trade over here push on the way down, started to simply load the ball short, taking partial coverage into the 3, so he did the correct work over here. Retrading, so actually recycling over here at the 305. And then again, over here recycling, so we can make another, this is where we shorted, okay? And then we can make another color for the second trade over here. I would say traders perfect, right? Perfect trading. So congratulations over here. Morning, buddy. Morning, Tibor. By the way, traders, please click a like, subscribe. And then if you want to see content of price action analysis this week, just write over here into the description, price action. Okay, so I'm going to do a special lesson on price action using also order flow. Drinking some coffee. So what we have over here is typical small cap. So these small caps tend to have a morning push, you can see over here, and that's the morning push that you can see on the chart, right? Don't short the front side. So I see a lot of traders that, write into the description below, not in the chat room, description below. Thank you very much, guys. Good morning, Morgan. So the point is, and I was doing the same thing, when I get to small caps, I knew where I wanted to short because, you know, we have the key levels. It's very easy to look on the daily chart for a daily resistance. But I was putting my shorts always on the front side of the move. So imagine that this is the move, okay? The price goes up and then it goes down. And I was only shorting here or here. Then I was getting stopped because often we had the breakout, so the price would go up more. And then, boom, maybe was rejoining the backside, okay? So the backside when it starts fading, or maybe not. So I stopped doing that. And how I stopped that? With the order flow. So tape and bookmap was, I would say, my major focus in order to find the timing. When I was doing Italian market cover warrants, I was studying the tape, but it was so different. All different. Was before 2010 Italian market. We didn't have all these algorithms right now, all this manipulation, especially Italian market. We had manipulation, but it was very different. At that time we had market makers. So actually traders, talking about 2002, 2001, 2003, traders behind the desk. They were going to trade against you. But over here, my point is to show you that this is the front side of the move. Wait this, don't actually trade the front side. Start looking instead when we have this backside. So here is where you have to attack. And over here, Tomas did a very, very good job. I don't know if anybody traded, but Tomas sent me his chart. And we're working together to increase the size. So point over here is that we're passing with these setups from, I would say, easy 3 to 4 figures trades. By the way, Amazon Mabir just took a long 142 and 10. Jalen Curl. Paul LaFontaine, I know that you are on this. Guys, also Nico, Amazon, look at the J-line curl. And look also what I wrote in the chat room, okay? So look for your timing. All right, so this is the first trade of the day. Anybody took together with us HOTH? Okay. Second of the day, I think we can look at RCKT. Okay. Anybody was looking at RCKT today? By the way, traders, if you want, put a like, subscribe, and also follow us at JTraderco on YouTube. All right, let's look in other few setups this morning. I think we can go into mid big cap, and then we're gonna go over where into the small cap land. So let's bring up RCKT. So what happened this morning? Why this was up? Why we're looking for a fail? What is the reason behind the stock? So RCKT, we can see with AXLA rocket rises as FDA supports accelerated path for gene therapy. I could say that I actually like the news. I think gene therapy is going to be one of the major sectors in the next years. But I also know that a lot of these stocks tend to fail on the gap day. So it's what we've been talking about, and even the previous week we spoke about the sell the news scenarios. So a stock comes out with the news, pre-market or after hours, news starts, we say, bringing, we say, more attention. Maybe some plays from big hands to collect over here. This gets into scanners. Right away, traders look at the news. FDA supports, good, they start buying. But our plan was over here, a double plan, and we were looking in one plan to short. So let me bring up what we said just before the open. There we go over here. This is 920, RCKT, 2150, 22 short. So this morning, we had RCKT over here, was in screen sharing on Bookmap. There we go. And we had this open. So open over here, 930. Price was 21.40, 21.45. We had an extension, 22.30. Faded all the way down. So went from 21.50 to 22.40s. Exactly this point up here. And then instantly, we had a sell-off. So you can see over here the sell-off, right? And I was looking at this tape. It was all red over here. So huge seller joined. Weak over here. Drop this point, simply sweep. You can see once we broke this level, sweep, open level breakdown, another wash. And you can see where we shorted, simply not on the way up, but once this start to fail, we jump in on the backside of the move. Exactly when we saw this fading over here, we put a stop of 50 cents, and then we start like adding to our position, looking for covers. And we took not an all-day fader, but still a good trade over here. In the last position, we managed into that 20.75. Again, this is the typical sell the new scenario, okay? One of the setup that we want to see for a pop and fail. Looking at Bookmap, let's cover a few things. I'm gonna put this bigger. And some trader asked me, Jay, what time do you prefer Bookmap? I suggested this. Go over here where you're written with certain time cycles. Stay with 60 minutes or even 30 minutes. You want to see the bigger picture. If you focus too much 1 minute, you're gonna get like confused. I focus only when I need to see what's happening on absorption, but otherwise I like to keep, I would say, a bigger picture like this. So you can see, trader, that we came down to the support in 1950, and we were actually looking for 19 and then 18 as target. But from 19, we start having over here a bounce. So bounce play to this 2150. And then over here, holding the 21 and still bouncing back up. So it went from red to green, green to red, and now again, red to green, okay? I don't like over here the EMAs for that reason. So now, traders, I'm not gonna play over here unless high of day on this stock, RCKT, so, or on a fail. So we're gonna wait over here. So waiting over here. Next one, beautiful Amazon traders, beautiful Amazon and Jtraderco. For $1.10, my very nice job. Yeah. And now let's look at the next one that we traded. So we had a small cap this morning. Anybody traded AXLA? It's a small stock. Small cap, sorry, small float. Sharing over here how the team played it. So we're gonna cover this. And I would say this is maybe the easiest of the day, okay? Let's see together. Review on AXLA. So this is the play we took. That play is again backside of the move. We alerted this in the room. Why? Because it belongs to a playbook setup that we trade. Okay, so over here you can see members taking the trade. The level that we were watching over here, waiting for 160, and we alerted this is 942. And I said, use Bookmap, don't anticipate, okay? So the 3 points over here, AXA, waiting 160, use Bookmap, don't anticipate. Bookmap gave you the timing, okay? So we're gonna put this over here on the right. There we go. And we're gonna keep over here Bookmap. Now, 942, we gave the alert to start looking for 160 to short this area. This is 942, exactly this line over here. You can see this part of Bookmap, it's all green, right? Tibor, Greg, can you see over here? The front side of the move, we have over here buyers in control, this is all green. So you don't want to actually trade when the price is going up and you don't short over here. This ideally is a good long, okay? We had a good long setup over here. The timing is everything. And now you can see that we have this trend line break. we had a lower high, 160. Remember, we have a key daily level. And this is a time to attack. What is the price? 155. Where the team over here got the trade? 155. Very simple, right? Trade, setup, because this is a setup that if you join small cap room, our community, you will learn more how to take these and spot these. But you can see that that's a perfect setup, the perfect trade. Cover came in, risking 10 cents, 50% out at 2R, so 2 times what we were risking. And now we're looking for more unwind. The maximum risk, usually when we get a profit like this, we put in the money. So very easy setup. Bookmap, confluence, pattern is one of the patterns that we trade the most in this time of the year. And then simply an unwind. Okay, so good work over here from the team. When I talk about team traders, and I'm glad to show you this, it means this. So this was in Denver with some of the traders, my wife as well, and we're gonna have more, as I said, in Denver and also in New York. So we're gonna organize some very good seminar for everybody. It's gonna be a limited seat, 3 days of live trading, and also analysis and courses. Next one, I want to cover this trade by a mentoring student. He likes to trade the open. I think that how he traded is on point this morning. One of the setup that I prefer, an under-over, beautiful. And this happened on Tesla. So question for everybody over here. Thank you, Mike. So I'm gonna write over here, traders, if you want next week a webinar on price action, type in description below. Price action. Okay, so I will organize and prepare a lesson on price action. All right, traders, so what is this over here? What we spoke about last time. What is this? Anybody? Yoav, Tibor, Greg, Neem, Paul. What is that setup over there? V pattern, exactly. So how many times we explain about the V pattern? Exactly. V pattern is this, exactly this. Okay, this is one of the setup that I prefer over here in the market. And Bookmap gives me 50% of the equation over here to take it. The second 50% is part of our playbook. And this you can study in the manual at Jtraderco. But look over here, we have this resistance at 270.25, which on our Bookmap is this level over here. The price fails and then reclaims that open level. Price fails, reclaims that open level. Setup over here to long, 272. The trader saw over here at least 2 hours of profit, good. Next one, 274. So really having patience over here to holding for a major home run. Let's zoom out right now. So we want to put, for example, the 60 minutes. You can see over here, where is the highest liquidity area? Exactly at 275, okay? 275 over here with a major top, and then you can see a low, and then a lower high, and then unwind over here back to the J-lines. Correct, Greg. Bounce from that key area. Good point. Good point. So bounce play, when you look at this, start picturing the major level. So you're gonna look for targets where we have the highest liquidity. Okay, so don't really take into consideration these small liquidity areas. Try to look for the biggest ones, this or that. So 275, 278, and 275 we have it over here, this point up here. So when we have to measure what's the possible target, we want to look for those key areas. Yeah, but it's not across yet. Okay. Question on the pattern traders? Let's see also, yes. Thank you. In Tesla right now, we are stuck in a range. So what I'm looking here is for a consolidation above 271, 270 this morning, holding bull flag, cup pattern, J-lines curl, and all the setup that we trade in the room for a long play. So I'm going to look into long plays over here on hold of 270, 272. Looking at higher time frame, let's take a picture. Let's take a look over here at the hourly. We can see this morning the breakdown of this key support area 267, which was the previous day low. This was at 8:30 during the data. Right away they started to push this back up. So after this, where we have our target at that 278. So ideally we want to look for the 278. 18 minutes, this looks like a hammer. So if this is a hammer formed, we could have this pushing to this 278. So that will be the target that I'm waiting for. Okay. Okay, I just finished my coffee today. No espresso. Let's look at another setup over here. In this case, we had this is Amazon bounce play. So let's bring up Amazon over here. Nice work over here by Nick. So you can see over here again the entry, one entry, the exits. He had the 142.40, 143. He signed it, so that's a key level for him. More over here in the mini breakdown, and everything over here into this 142.40. So let's look at the open, what happened, how he got this timing. I think this is a very good timing over here for the entry. And let's read Bookmap together. Okay, there we go. We can filter a little bit of noise over here, okay? All right. So first part is looking at what happened at these lows. So you can see that we open, we absorb or soak right away. This is 140.40. We start like to push 141.50, back down 140.80, and then start to push back up. So we have a double bottom. So this is one of the setup that I like the V pattern. We have a double bottom. How we form that? So we have a first bottom, a second bottom over here. Sometimes you will see that the second bottom goes to break, okay? So you will have this goes to break the previous low, and that's called bear trap over here, or sell stop. And then over here you start having the breakout and where to start looking for a long. So our trade over here got in at this point, 140.40 is good. At that point you have to only to measure risk versus reward. So is the tape fluent over here? Do we have major seller jumping in? And we could see that we saw some at 142.30s, probably somebody over here taking profit. And then on the breakout, 142.70, we have more sellers over here. You can see a pullback, right? This pullback over here, which is this level over here, 142.70 back to 142.20. And then another push to the upside. So they're holding over here this line. Back over here to the 143. And this is what happens when we have a breakout. So look over here, we have a break of 143. It breaks the 143. They're fading below 143. So possible bull trap at this point. So you're thinking about that fake out. And then over here again, you can see they're topping this 143. Lower high into the 143. Breaking up again 143. And then eventually a fail. So how to understand that this is not going to be a follow through? Well, that's the reason why we don't buy breakouts, right? You want to buy breakouts? No. You want to buy breakouts if you want to get stopped. You will need to buy once it breaks, it dips and holds, and then it pushes back up. So you're buying into a pullback. Never buy on these breakouts over here, or this is really what I don't suggest you to do, because I've seen a lot of traders losing money. Okay? Any question, traders? Okay. Thank you, Tibor. So I'm watching over here some other plays. For now, we still have on watch list AXLA, because we're still in RCKT, SPY, Tesla, yes, and NQ, Meta, Amazon. Okay, so this is the third green day of the week. So I would say a pretty good week. Not really any kind of big major difficulties. Let's watch over here now some stocks or indexes in this case. So we're looking at SPY. We're going to look at 5-minute chart, or actually even a 1-minute chart. So SPY over here is sideways. No play for now. RCKT at the highs. So what I've been looking for this morning is ideally this play. So let's look if we can have a 22.40 bull trap short. Okay, so looking for that play. So we're looking for RCKT. This would behave like really a gap and extension play. So the only way that we're going to trade after 10:30 is going to be that high of day bull trap short, showing at 22.40, 22.50 plus Bookmap. Okay. So in case we have the setup that I miss it, please alert for the traders that are in the room. We run over here a Discord room and also live stream share in the room where we go over the plays. So for now we have RCKT. AXLA, we shared before, we were short at 155, going target 115. So AXLA coming to target 110, 115. Looking to cover. Before we shared how we gave timestamps and also shared the trade, we started taking some of the mentoring over here, taking the trade 155, first target 135, and then we're looking over here for the 110, 115. Okay, so we're going to look for that major target. Q sideways right now, SPY ES sideways, so not really looking to trade over here for now. High of the day at 45.26. So my point is bull trap short, or dip this area, or dip this area for long. So I'm gonna write over here what I'm looking at. ES 45.26 short on bull trap, or we're gonna look for 45.13 dips, or 4,500, actually I'm gonna do it 44.95 bear trap, long. So those three areas are gonna be the areas this morning that I'm watching. This, or this. Until I don't have those levels, no trade for me. This morning, I believe was, one of the mentor students over here. He started taking a setup on ES. We trade ES like every day. So good job over here on the long. Nice support, dip, beautiful. J-lines working to the T. You can see the amazing J-lines. And this morning, AXLA, Tesla, RCKT, mRNA, ES and Q, always SPY, all with J-lines, simply perfect. Same yesterday with some longs on WE and FFIE, simply amazing. So yes, for now, waiting. See mRNA. mRNA is still faded over here. Let's look at Amazon, which is making new highs. Remember what we saw before. Key level rejected 143. Second key level 143 and 70. Breakout to the 144. And we got the alert over here from a bear at 142 and 50s, 142 and 30s at exactly 1021. We were also in streaming, and now it's 144. Now 144. Very, very good follow through over here. Very good momentum. Let's bring up $144. This is a major level of high liquidity. So Amazon over here, there's a possible pullback coming. So I'm looking at that 144 area over here. Okay, so we have time over here for Q&A. 5 minutes to 11, my 5 p.m. So questions. So we went over this morning at AXLA short. We went over Amazon, Tesla, yes, RCKT. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, buddy, just what I said over here also in pre-market. This is my pre-market, okay? 8:44 New York time. So I don't need to change what I'm saying, because what I say is not based on my decision, it's based on the trading strategies that I'm teaching. And it's always the same, okay? Always the same. So first, look over here this morning. We had Amazon, okay? And we said demand zone 140, demand zone 140. Watch for a bounce play to 142. Watch for a bounce play to 142. We got the 142, and now we got this 143.50 over here. We said this at 8:43 New York time. Okay, so playbook setup over here for the long side on Amazon. So Amazon playbook hourly. For what we're looking on Tesla, we said support 269, which is this level over here, actually, pardon, 267. If we fail, target 260, the next over here, demand zone, right? On hold, looking for the new target over here, 278. So right now, if we're looking at the daily chart, hourly chart, this is an hourly, we can see that we have formed a major hammer. 3 minutes to confirm this bar. So this bar right here, it's an hammer. So we should see a new open of this bar over here, ideally, and then starting to push the upside. So based on the candlestick pattern, okay, we can have a potential long. Looking instead at what the chart, intraday chart is doing, well, you can see that we're starting to curl. So looks really like we can have this formation over here, unless some major stuff at these two levels. I'm looking for that major formation and target 278 in today, tomorrow. Okay, so to answer you, the TP on Tesla is gonna be 278 between today, tomorrow, unless major stuffs. So playbook setup to look for long is gonna be a dip, J lines, etc., because traders over here knows exactly the playbook that we're gonna trade. Okay. All right, so Tesla, you can look on the 1 minute.
Yeah.
See over here?
Mm-hmm.
The second one with the 1 minute.
It looks like this.
Yeah,
Same
exactly.
procedure.
Exactly. Just I don't like the view up above.
Yeah.
Good morning, Todd. So Todd is our friend. What's your view on Apple? All right. Nothing promising, first of all. So let's bring this key level down here. If we break that down here. Bearish in the short term. Demand zone into the 174. It's bouncing this morning and then fading. No reason for me to go long over here. Time to go into a higher time frame. And we're gonna run this with a monthly and weekly chart. Monthly and daily chart. So Apple we have a sort of here of, it's not really a evening star, but it's very similar on a monthly chart. We have a major area of support on Apple into this area 175, 174, because you can see that we had a lot of confluence over here of levels. So the 175, 174 is an important support. If we break that, be ready to go at least to the 164. Looking at the daily chart, nothing good as well. We are now into the support 174. We can cancel this. The next major target for me is going to be 170, 172. So I'm expecting Apple here, and then from here, ideally a push to this high. Okay. So that's what I'm looking for right now. So Amazon, I believe, is going to give us a pullback over here. Let's read the tape. So Amazon, 144, not shorting, okay, but I'm just going to explain. 144 will probably pull back from here. Let's look together. Let's go into lower time frame. Major rejection 144, and I see a ton of sellers jumping in over here. When I talk about sellers, I'm looking over here at times in sale. So there's a big chance over here pullback. I'm not gonna trade it for now. We did our day, 6 tickers, 6 wins. I went over every single one that we took. Again, traders, for more, I invite you to join our community where we have live streaming, 90 minutes every morning, and then private session for the mentoring traders. So for who wants next week a special class on price action only for Bookmap users over here, type into the description below price action. Okay, so if I have at least 50 of these, I will make a price action. 50 price action comments, and I will make a video. I want to see if you're interested or not. Look over here, the battle is 144. It's a key daily level. Thank you, guys. I'm looking over here for a sell-off on Amazon right now. But again, my bear took the long this morning over here. Not very hard to understand why. Signal came in our major scanner. So now this is our main target where we want to look for a sell. When we started the streaming, we alerted the long over here. Major target, 2 good points over here per share. So now we're gonna take this as a major level. If we break 143.70, makes lower high, we're done with it. But looking at the price action over here, I think we can have some pullback, even all the way down to this 143. I'm looking at these, and they're trying to hold it, but seller jumping every single time. Every single time, every single time. ES pushing. Amazon over here trying to break out at 144. So remember, what below 143 and 7 we're totally out. Q's breakout of a bull flag. Just 1 second, going to the Q's. So market behaving strong over here. Bull flag over here, breakout. Let's go back on Amazon. So I love this market. Finally bull plays. I have also a lot of friends that are swinging. So beautiful Amazon over here pushing. We're out 50%. Now we're gonna raise the trail. So what we're gonna do for the trail, as we said, 143 and 70 over here. Okay. You didn't have a pullback on the sell-off. Now look at the longs in control. Look at those buyers. Okay. Look at those buyers over here in control. Shooting. Good morning, Tomas. HOTH, the main target. So we covered this morning at the open HOTH. I don't know if you saw all the explanation, but go check again the recording of today and you'll see how and why we traded it. Same on AXLA. So watching right now 6 tickers: Tesla, SPY, RCKT, Amazon, AXLA, and the Qs. When I say SPY, you can look at ES. When I say Qs, you can look at NQ, okay? All right, traders, so it's 5:05. We started a little bit early this morning. This is Jay. So a few things to tell you. Hope to see you, first of all, when I come to the States for the webinars. I think those will be amazing. And also, if you need help, reach out. We have a trading community with advanced beginners and also pro traders. So mentoring different type of traders on futures, stocks, and options. Again, thank you for following. Subscribe, put a like, follow us, and see you next week. Thank you very much.